Guys, guys, it's been a while, but I figured out hell of one. My name is Wade DeWalby, and welcome back to another one of these things that have been calculated in things and exhalated things, and I've been always thinking, is there a reason to believe what I think? And the possible way is it's very strange what to think about. Now, what I mean is, well, to be honest with you, I think it should be okay. As long nothing supernatural happens again, this should be easy. Now, it doesn't mean that if it's easy, it means that the typical thing is that when is it going to happen? And um, possibly it's once it hits January the 5th, I'm going to be depressed because that's going to kick me in the bucket. So I'm going to stay focused. I made sure. The only problem is I've still warning, but I got to be careful. So today is also the anniversary of my parents getting married in 1999. Description. And I think. And I was born on January the 15th, 2001. So it makes sense. And once it happens, things are going to extremely change once it hits that number. January 1st. Just more hours until it's going to happen. I'm not prepared. And yeah, Dad hasn't been here in a while since I think March when he was only stayed here for 3 days. That's a long time ago. And I was wondering if there has to be another way that is possible, and it seems to be getting very couldn't think of the word. Sad? Now, the reason I'm doing this is, well, I don't know what the consequences are, and if as long, I just gotta keep going on, but I'm not giving up. I know I probably wouldn't have said that, but I'm not. But I think I should start using Twitter and Periscope more. I did a stream, but I don't know why I never used that. Because some of my important streams are actually on there. Very interestingly, it's actually pretty old videos or streams that were actually leaked streams that were supposed to be on YouTube. However, due to things happening and limited amount of technology, I used to stream on my iPad. Now, sometimes it gets low resolution, but because my iPad is since 2011, you gotta think in your head. That is old. And this iPad, I don't have it right now, it's charging, but it's still operational. It's it can't run Minecraft anymore. I believe the system inside of it has been so run over by, because when I was playing Minecraft on it, that's actually my original Minecraft. Well, it's the version 2 since 2016, but the original app, however, until I accidentally deleted it in 2016, which I didn't have my mess in, and my mom told me to restart it. I don't know. I hold down it and I thought, I press cancel, but I really didn't know what she meant. And technically, I accidentally deleted it. That was bad. And all the maps on there, gone. And that one was, I had Minecraft since 2012, I think. Well, my first was on 2011 through 2012. I remember these videos on YouTube were popping out in 2011 or 2010, but I was a little kid, and I must have been like in first grade or second grade or third, somewhere around there. And they were, I was like, this is cool. I don't know what game it is or what's called, but it's cool. And because I didn't know what game it was, I didn't know what to do. So there was a lot of games I didn't know but the name. And there were actually Gary's Mod was actually one of them. Team Fortress 2, I don't think, but actually that was separate. But Gary's Mod, I told you about this story past before, but yeah. So Minecraft on my iPad, I built so many stuff, like Jetpack Joyride reference. I remember I made a Swamp People reference or log things, whatever it's called, but I don't know if they're not on anymore. References. I made a lot of references on even underwater bases, like a freaking iron block base using sponges, and they didn't do good because they were. And then I made Newtown, which basically was made out of sponges and dirt. Basically, villagers are there, and this is the past where the villagers didn't know how to open doors or had a command for them to have a. That really made villagers really useful because that made them stay at a spot. So when I put villagers in, they couldn't open doors and they were just wanderers. And basically, yada yada. So I remember I built this. I made a flat. I made this sandstone village in a green grass area. Now that's kind of weird, but I put a little effort to it. It was supposed to be a small thing, so I fenced it up so the villagers stay there, and it had a lot of lights, and basically it was enough to protect from monsters. And I always did little small tests in there, doing, I guess, putting the villagers into zombies and doing some fun stuff. And then all you have to do is kill them, all the zombies. And then, well, I don't think at that time they had the golden apple thing. And it would be very challenging well, actually not, but still, it was just to, watch little baby villagers just, going all over the place, like a million of them, actually maybe 1,000 of them, because that would crash your game. And and little feet, little things are like little baby zombies. It's just kind of cute how they, run around, and they don't burn it a day. And once the updates came along, the only possibly recent one, which this time I had Gary's Mod, so I'm guessing it was 2014, or it had to be like 2014 through 2013, because I had this map called GM Race, and I've showed you screenshots of it, but it changed later on because I don't know why I put a candy in the flag, but I think I removed that because it was really out of place. So I think I did, but I can't remember. But it had like a lock and dam, and it was supposed to be huge. Yeah, and it was pretty much my good success of builds in Minecraft. However, I did use Xbox. So, in the early versions of the Pocket Edition, I remember when I was yes, I remember this because this was from 2013 from 2014. And when I was at Central Junior High in 2013 through 2014, I an autistic person, not autistic person, but a I guess a specialty person that knows how to. Her name is Miss Gibson. She's not autistic, but she was trained to be, she's really awesome. If you have anybody that's autistic, I recommend contacting her because she's really good at doing things. I remember her office was in there and we would hang out, me and some of the kids would just hang out in there, and I remember when we had a time, I get to play on the laptop. Now, of course, the frame rate, this time I was tiny. That was like in seventh and eighth grade. It didn't seem like good, but I didn't know much. But I always cried and whined because it kept on loading slowly, and I was kind of jealous because this was PC. The PC version of Minecraft was much more. It was actually much more updated than the Pocket Edition. So I remember, they had like emeralds and stuff, all that stuff, and a lot of stuff, horses, witches, and all that stuff. And I was just like, I really need that. So I asked my mom, begging, and we didn't know how to do it. So I don't know what happened. I'm guessing in 20, like maybe early 20, maybe late 2014, or I kept thinking I got in 2012, but now I think about it, I think I got it in 2014. No, yeah, 2014 maybe, or 15. So it's very close. Wow, that really? Huh. So yeah, I'm have to check where I bought, when did I buy it, exact time where I bought Minecraft. It surely should have the receipt or something on there, and I should, get the information. But I'm guessing that. But and when I signed in, uh, Villager, wait, and that was the early stages, and I made fan art of sketches of Villager Labs. I was making a fandom called Villager Labs, and basically this was the early stages. I didn't even know about furries back then, so this was like Minecraft stuff. So, and I also surprisingly even did fan art of Kerbal Space Program and missions. Yes, I did. Indeed. And I also drew the ones I had planned, even mods I put on there. Well, my dad put them on there because I didn't know how to at the time, and I still don't know how to. I just know how to put mods on over to 2016, but I don't know how to take them out. So I remember, finally getting the PC version. But wait a minute, let's go back to the Xbox version. Now, the Xbox version I did like. It finally had, minecart tracks, and playing around with them, I finally made load up a world. There was mountains and stuff, villagers, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. And I played a lot, and I think when I remembered, I did see a recording myself in the Nether, but it was supposed to be posted on YouTube. I had a lot of these videos that were, well, wanted to go on YouTube. So I need to find those and post them on YouTube after all those years. I have posted them that haven't got on YouTube, but surely it was on there. But yeah, I finally put it on there. And wait, what am I talking about? So yeah, the Villager Labs. Yeah, and then where was I? So with the blocks. So yeah, Minecraft. So after Xbox version, I did build some builds. I built a giant boat. I built even an oil tanker. A huge one of them I built was huge, and then I just delete them. I don't know why, but I remember, after I just delete them because I built some so big. I even built one place where I built the entire place out of a dome in yeah, and I also was trying to build the entire ceiling, which never mind, that was supposed to be experiment, but I guess that took forever. But hey, um, so yeah, I built a offshore oil rigs. I delete them for some reason. I always built them. Built boats, maybe airplanes. I rarely did. Rarely did rockets. But I only built the small type of rockets that really, in real life, wouldn't probably get in orbit. But it was just something, and I so I decided to make an Xbox. There was no Villager Labs on the Xbox version, not that I know of. That was before I even, you know, actually, I was using my dad's account. And what makes no sense is that when he got the Xbox One, okay, now this is pretty messed up. When my dad got the Xbox One, he replaced the Xbox 360, which I think it's right up somewhere around here. And he says it's better, and he decided to boot up. He had Battlefield 1, which he rarely played for some reason, which, Battlefield 1 I love because I rarely played it because, I, you know, wanted to. So I begged Dad to let me play Battlefield 1, and he said no. And I'm like, why? Well, you're going to have to get your own account. Wait a minute. If he let me use his account, and then later on, years later, I would play. I remember we played Halo Reach together. You know, um, rarely with Call of Duty, like twice in Battlefield 4 or 3. And then he gets the Xbox One, and then he says you have to get a Microsoft account. And my mom's like, "Well, Michael, you gotta do something about this. You can't just. He's your son. What's it? It's my account. You don't get to touch it." So basically, he won't share it. And then so I made my own account. However, I didn't know how to open up to the internet. And by the way, I was so depressed that I even found the game Battlefield Xbox 360 version at the store. And then my dad's like, well, I already have it, so you don't have to buy it, so that makes no sense. Well, wait a minute. I was just like, wait. I mean, I was confused. I didn't know what was best. I needed to play that no matter what, and he wouldn't let me play it because it was his account. However, I did try to play it, but it was only the campaign because I couldn't get into multiplayer, and I just stopped, basically. Actually, did I play in the 360 version? Oh, no, wait, that was Xbox One. I did stream on somewhere around there, and was. And basically, I didn't play anymore because he was boring because the campaign really, I mean, it was okay, but there's no multiplayer. That's what I was supposed to be designed for. And basically it was extremely annoying. And would you think a father would do that? Put them in the comments, because that is just why. That makes no sense. My dad's weird. He gets to be nice, but when it comes to him, look, I just mentioned he let me play on the Xbox 360 with his account. And then when he got the Xbox One, he won't let me. That makes no sense. So, I never thought about it until just now. So, wow, that's just crazy. However, I needed to play multiplayer. Now, still don't know to this day how to sign in and how to get to the internet because Dad didn't tell me. You have to figure out yourself. He didn't help us. He didn't help me. So I had these things, and just after all that, but Minecraft, but because when I got bored of Minecraft 360 because I started playing on the PC version, and that really, they made difference. And yeah, I was wondering. Well, yeah, I'm not sure, but surely, I could probably, if you guys really want me suggested to play Minecraft on Xbox 360, it's gonna be a different world because I haven't played it in years, more longer than me lefting alone 3 years of you know, for 3 years of Minecraft PC. Because remember, I crashed in 2016 and I couldn't get it boot up, and then I had to wait. I, gave up and I waited, thinking about it. And then one day, in 2019, I'm like, screw it. I'm going to boot it up. I'm going to get it in there and change the password, and bam. And that was simple. And yeah, since 2016, that was years ago. Wow, maybe 4 or 3, but still that, and then it's going to add another year to that. However, never mind because that. So, what do you think? However, I don't know how to put a camera or even record on the Xbox now. Maybe in right now, maybe they would like have the built-in system. I mean, how would a Stappy Longhead or would have a had recording on the screen, so there has to be a program or something. It could be very easy to put on there, and then you do that yada yada. And weird thing is, I don't know who I'm gonna use, what account I'm gonna use. Maybe I'm gonna make my own account, but everything is like in yada yada stuff. And I do have a PlayStation, but yeah. I was wondering. I tried to find a PlayStation, but I can't find it. But I don't know what PlayStation is. Is it 4? Is it 3? I remember we went. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know where right now. I know the Xbox is, I think, but I don't know where to plug it. But I could plug it in with that big TV over there. But it would sound good if we had those Bose speakers to work as, that would be fantastic. Better than these speakers here. That I used to, remember when I was playing Ship Simulator Extremes. I remember my dad switched the speakers out. It sounds so the music in there sounded so good. You know, really bassy and really like wow, that really sounds better. That basically explains how good these are. And these speakers are been here for a long time and they still work. They're a bit beat up because over the years, me and my dad were always like headbutting each other and always just so. And the computer here is kind of a bit bent because he always carries it and threatens me to throw it at the window and destroying it. He's, I will tear the entire thing apart if you stop doing that. And I'm like, really, Dad? Why would you do this to me? Just tear up the entire computer, like rip it up, not rip it apart, but unscrew everything in front of my eyes. What a mean dad. That's just mean. And he's all the way in Montana. I don't understand how this ended up. And yeah, so yeah, a little bit of history that I had in Minecraft, but yeah, videos basically led me to gaming. The first game. I don't know what that was. Oh man. Well, I think it's time to go. See you guys.